Heyo, it's time to do a little bit of Fontaine story. Last we left off, people were, you know, not feeling well. Just a little bit of, being dissolved alive. Which makes me think, like, are Fontaine people just, like, what? Are they oceanid creations? Like, why Fontaine people specifically? It feels like they're returning to water, but, like, does that mean they came from the water?
The palais is
Pretty
right
weird.
up ahead. Come on.
The palais. Ayo, Nouvelle. I'm here to have a word. A word about, people dying. Which I think probably is your business.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Official matters being what? Crying?
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really secure.
Nervalet, bro.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Do you know who I am?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to.
Oof.
Our rules make no exceptions.
Oof.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Oh, sick.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
Oh, my bad.
Unlike some, we're
I'll leave.
busy.
I'll leave.
So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
Sorry, cracking jokes is all I do.
What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all
yes,
coming
if
back
you
to
can
me
call
now.
me that.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Hey, aren't you the officials
course.
here? You should know this.
Don't worry, we're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
It's easy.
Ah, thanks so much. Take it
It's
easy.
over here. Book? Hell yeah. More books? There's no more books. You know, it's funny how excited I am to collect books in this game, even though I read none of them. Hello. No books? No books? Okay, where am I going, actually? Nouvelette's office. Hello?
Please come in.
Sick. Oh my god, dude. Your office is large. Oh,
We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
can you,
so you're
Salt,
not
can
mad at
you...
us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the Cereal Disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Yeah,
I
do you
see.
know a guy with
In
only
that case,
one
please
name?
wait here a moment while I browse
We don't know
through
his
the
last
files.
name. Or maybe that is his last name. I don't know. I don't know French names.
Who knew that Nervalette would be so easy to talk to?
Paimon pronounces Nouvelette, like, differently every single time. Awkward.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
He's got a clean slate.
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
See, but what if your memory's been erased with Irminsul, Well, we're back to square one.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Fuck.
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Monsieur Nouvelette, please. Can you look a little harder?
Ahem.
Yeah. He looks so cool.
Miss
I don't know what
Navia,
these are, though.
I can understand how you feel.
Like dragon
Your father, Callus, was a
ears?
truly exceptional man. We deeply
Ribbons?
regret his passing.
If you put a bow on Nouvelette,
And what Are you
Would
trying
that make
to
it a
say,
rainbow?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
I don't know, girl. You sounded sincere to me.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead.
Oof.
In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear.
Oof.
If you truly regret my father's death,
Oh my gosh, she's crying.
then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you
Genshin
give me the
characters
power
crying?
to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all?
HD
Everything
crying too.
was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I mean, are
I'm
you?
sorry,
I don't
Miss
think you can
Navia.
beat him.
You
He's
and
kind
my
of a
father
dragon and all.
are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone.
That's all he does. He cries and then he sucks it
It's
back
not
up.
so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice.
Oof.
My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Monsieur. 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 Milady. Sure. I don't know. He seemed kind of pleasant. Seems like a grudge, honestly. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I just think he looks cool.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh my god, he's crying.
Rain. It's raining.
Oh my
You're
god.
right.
She really
Wasn't
laid
it
into
still
him and
sunny
then he
when we
started
went into the
crying the
building?
moment we
And
left.
there shouldn't be any active trials today.
Oof.
How strange.
Oof.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
So he's crying about that too, huh?
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he's crying. Yeah, was he outside?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
When doesn't
That thought
it?
has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
But there was something you didn't know at the time.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
Yeah, the fact that people can be fucking dissolved.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain?
Yo.
Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a
Bitch is
true
gone.
genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new
Poisson.
lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Fucking fish.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Yeah,
Do you
fish
want to
town.
go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
I'll join you.
All right, then I'll wait for you at Poisson.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off my Hydroculus real quick. Nouvelette, stop crying. It's gonna be a while, huh?
Take it easy.
Well, at least Fontaine's not as big as Sumeru, right? 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 We're going underground. Underground. This place is so cool.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain.
Yolanda,
No way I can get a nap in this weather.
We're underground. We're in a cave. What the fuck are you talking about? Yo. Essa.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
To hide from
There's
the government.
no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
Man.
My father was
Money
the one
really
who
is
asked for it
tight,
to be
huh?
built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest.
But
It
it
symbolizes
can't
Spina
go
di
anywhere.
Rosula's bright and limitless future.
But it can't go anywhere.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers.
Yeah, it's stinky.
But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Have you?
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began,
Poisson.
after all. It's our main base, our home.
Poisson. Can I get a poisson? Bird. It's fabulous. I love it. The birds in Fontaine are so good, bruh. You're an engineer, Granny? Holy shit. Mind you don't get hit. Tools aren't living people. They don't know where they're going. Thanks. How do you do? Oh, a youngster with manners. Looks like you aren't one of those block-headed Spina newbies. I work with those clumsy idiots way too often to maintain a good temper. Of course, not that my temper was ever all that good. Who are you? Ah, right, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm the technical advisor to the Spina di Rosula. I might be old, but my hands and brain still work just fine. Now don't let the headaches I get with greenhorns who keep breaking things fool you. I very much enjoy my work here at the Spina. Back when I was at the Fontaine Research Institute, I quit on my own. Too hard working with people with my crappy temper. Oh, okay. Too hard working. Her temper. Okay, I get it. I'm a little dumb. I can't really comprehend sentences when I'm reading them. As it turned out, that was a smart decision. Otherwise, you might have had to find my bones at the bottom of the sea. Or maybe they would have been dissolved. Who knows? Shit's crazy right now. Things are different here. It doesn't matter if you're 8 or 80. So long as you've the ability, there's a place for you to use it. Well, how fortunate. Yes, perhaps this is how fate is telling me you're on the right path. But as a former scientist, I have to say this is all too abstract. In other words, the right path in an orderly society should be one where people with proper capabilities gain recognition. Teachings of order. Well, sorry, ma'am, but, hey, I want one of these stoves. Oh, yeah, but sorry,
Watch where you're going. If you get
afraid
hit
that's
by
not
my
how it
wrench,
works.
It's your own darn fault.
Whoa, that's a massive fish. What the fuck? Is that real? Is that real?
The wind rises.
This place is so cozy, despite the floors being made of metal. More grannies. This one's got a whole octopus, bruh. I like to think this granny goes diving for all her merch. Like, look at this. All these fucking octopi, everything. Man, I would fucking die in Fontaine. It seems like mostly what they eat is fish. I'm allergic. Rip me, bruh.
Quit following me.
Jeez, dude. I'm controlling you. How am I gonna follow you?
Too slow.
Hello, Maloose.
Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
The Chief Justice was a little bitch.
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important.
Oh, yeah.
You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Maloose? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
I mean, could the mastermind be the same person? It seems like a pretty big, year gap.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, when did this happen?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
Like
At a
synthetic?
glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
It's drugs.
Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did.
Drugs.
Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions.
So drugs.
And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth
Poisson?
abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the
then
problem once and for all.
Target was painted on
Yes,
his back.
But
Feels
the enemy
bad.
was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He
Jacques?
felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
Is Jacques the one who
then-
died?
We heard 2 gunshots from the
Ah.
courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Well, that's pretty damning.
How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
It's pretty damning.
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all.
Okay, but your dad was
Looking
holding
back on
the
it,
gun.
though,
This is some
I now
Edgeworth shit.
believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
So... Oh. They could have belonged to someone who got fucking dissolved.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Yeah, but... That brings into question why your dad was holding the gun.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions.
If he was
It's
empathetic,
unlikely
I don't
that he
know if
turned
he
on
would have
Boss
gotten
with
into
zero
drug
warning.
dealing.
I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth.
But who?
On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to
I mean,
follow
you
your
can still
father's
keep doing
plan.
that. I'll do it.
It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
No, I'll do
If
it.
that's indeed
I have no
what he wished
connections.
for, then he should have told me that himself.
Well, he's
Was
dead.
I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark.
Yeah, but
What
yada yada
was the
innocence,
point of him
yada
dying
yada
without
yada.
sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed.
Oof.
Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out
You know,
the
for
real
someone who
answer
lives
for
in the
everyone's
sewers,
sake. For the
Her
missing
hair
girls,
is
for the
perfectly
victims,
coiffed.
and for myself.
Navia.
Do they have, like, electricity
This
down
is
here?
indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
Like,
So you do know
Do
something
they-
else, Maloose.
do they get, like, smuggled
Yes, I do.
in
In
indidium
fact,
or whatever
even
the fuck it's
before
called?
that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the Cereal Disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Or nor.
What?
And Paimon
Boss
saved
also
you.
didn't tell you that he
Well,
had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The
cancer.
doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the Cereal
so he just went
Disappearances
all out.
case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side,
Well, what is
and
it
even
then?
told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details.
Well, spill,
But
dude.
as
It's
long
been
as you remain
ages.
safe, he would not share the evidence with the public.
Bro.
If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
I mean, they did.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
They tried to kill her,
No
though.
father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
That's cringe.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword.
Why can't
If
it be
Boss's
both?
spirit could hear you telling
Parasword.
me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight?
In
No.
Europe? Nah.
He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the
She's
amount of
crying
confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
Man, they showed one cutscene of Nahida crying, and it's just been waterworks ever since, huh? We get to see people actually cry now. They modeled tears. That's crazy.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world.
Except for the money,
But thankfully,
you know?
he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Huh. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's
Oh,
the
just, you know,
location where synth is produced.
Wow.
Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters.
And you didn't think
When he
to
was
storm
threatening
that
the
or
enemy,
anything?
boss didn't share the
Okay.
specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Bro, it's not the
Why?
first time
If
I've
we know where
ever
the place is, can't we
raided
just
a
go storming
fucking,
in?
like, drug cartel
You mustn't forget
operation.
that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture.
Okay,
But a
and
single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The
good.
worst case would be that we
Kill 'em.
leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Just kill him.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
Also, the
We
cops are
have
in
no
on
idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
it. I
You
really
sound like
do
you put
think
a
that
lot
a
of
water
thought into
gun
this,
full of
Malus.
primordial seawater would
I am
be
the
the
butler,
best
after all. I
assassination
live but
weapon.
to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
What if
Thank
you died
for all of that, Malus.
and then none of that was released?
Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here.
No, not
When I announced
silver,
orders to the
dude.
organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors
Not
didn't change
silver,
their plans, then the
dude.
individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
And whomster
The
they?
first is Florent, Spina di
Florent.
Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well.
It's always the
Thanks
closest.
to his position within
Keep
Boss's
your
innermost
enemies
circle,
close.
he always knew our upcoming plans and
It-
could thus
how's
avoid
it go?
capture this
Keep
whole
your
time.
friends close, your enemies
There's someone
closer.
else like him too. Marcel, the head of
Marcel.
Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
Uncle Marcel. Who's that? What is this confrérie?
It's a guild in Poisson.
A guild?
The boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence.
What does
In the
it
beginning,
do?
they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
Merchant guild.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support.
Lots
It's
of weapons.
a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man
Thierry.
responsible for coordinating information
Teary-eyed?
between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly.
But is
To
it
think
any of
that
them?
the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please
always the
take every
closest.
precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
Could have been a little
You're
earlier.
too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help,
Poisson?
you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
Yeah.
A
Goated
new
old
case
man.
awaits, my dear partner.
Well, leave it to me.
I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Oh boy. Investigation time. Callus's case records. Okay, yeah. 2 shots of the gun. Pop, pop. And then Callus is like, it was me. Kill me. But really, it was Navia the whole time. Okay. Let's go visit this widower and child.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Yeah, we need to ask about your dead husband. Oh,
Hey,
child does not like
Navia's
her.
all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
Let's not get involved. I'm not involved in this beef she has with this child.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
Actually, I hated my husband. Fuck that guy.
I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Adele
I didn't know how to face you,
rolling in
because
the
I
deep.
didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr.
Oof,
Callus
dude.
came to him with a proposal, he
Not
accepted
drugs,
it almost
though.
immediately.
You're literally just making the town poorer.
He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
Oof.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before
About
he
what?
left that day, he told me that he had no choice.
Ah.
It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Oh. So someone ordered Jacques to take out Kalas. Interesting.
I don't know that for sure.
Then it's
But
self-defense.
you could say
it's
that's
fine.
the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
Oof.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing?
I mean, he
Papa
didn't. He
always
sold
wanted to be a
drugs.
good man. So why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
He was
Well,
tied to bad people.
Things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah. Papa was a really good man.
Well, he was a good
The
father,
best
maybe.
in the whole world.
Probably not the
Then you
greatest
should hold on to that.
upstanding citizen.
If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Yeah, they probably threatened his
Thank you.
family, right?
For everything you've told me. I
They're like,
will
hey,
definitely
kill
find the
Kalas
truth.
or else we'll kill your
The
family.
current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so?
Ace Attorney.
That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Okay. Did he kill in self-defense? Adele, are you rolling? Oh, she is in the deep. If she rolls here, that's really Adele.
I'll leave my husband's case to you.
Thank you, Miss Spina. And Miss Spina's friend.
Wait, is that
Are
her
you
name?
okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
I'm sorry, is her name
The
Nadia
lodge should be
Spina?
nearby. And we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way. So please don't worry.
Oh my god, why can't we pet dogs in Genshin yet? Worst game 0 out of 10. Hello, Thierry. Or, I don't know which one
Greetings,
this is.
boss. How
Feel
may
wrong.
I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After
I mean,
my
it
partner here
reminded
put the dots
me.
together for me,
Yeah.
I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger.
I mean, it was,
So I grabbed my
presumably.
holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
Yeah, Ace Attorney
So you
Edgeworth
also
moment.
remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the
Almost
first shot
Christmas
didn't hit anyone,
means it
the
wasn't
second killed Jacques.
Christmas.
but I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
Yeah. Probably. The culprit, maybe?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him.
Hey, who knows?
The
Maybe
gun
he was
was
just drunk
holding
as fuck.
probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys?
Yeah.
But hold on. If that's what had happened,
I guess they don't have
then
fingerprinting.
why didn't he share the truth with any of us?
Cause,
He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine,
Nah,
and
not
chose
the
instead to
Oratrice
prove his
Annalise.
honor in a duel.
I fucked it up.
Did he lose all faith in the courts
Mécanique d'analyse
after seeing
cardinale?
someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
Yeah, probably. That's pretty traumatizing, you know?
About that, Malouse told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything, once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
You'll
Don't
always be
worry.
my boss.
I will
Except for you,
definitely
you're
find
also
the
my
truth.
boss.
You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Okay. Florent. Okay, so he didn't carry a gun on him the day that he went out. Got it.
My apologies, boss, for that last sentimental bit.
No, that's the best part.
It's just... many years have passed while I've held my tongue.
Blech.
It's not often that I get to share my true feelings with others.
Well, we end that today. Toxic masculinity is dead. Men, talk about your feelings. Oh, it's in the court of Fontaine. Thierry. Airy tea. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something
Poisson?
wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson.
Poisson.
Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city.
This guy's kind of scummy.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You
could
here
say
for
that.
some formal business?
Ah, yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it.
Yeah,
If
might
you want
be
to go
next.
through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
Is that
That'd be
legal?
much appreciated. Thank you.
Is that
Actually,
okay?
I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own.
Poisson?
Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
No, why
Well,
not?
you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them.
I
If
just turned them
had to
on.
make
I
an
don't know how they
analogy,
work.
When you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage.
It's a strange
If you try to
analogy,
make
sir.
unreasonable
You're not
demands,
as
the
good at
chef would
this
just
as
think you're out of your
Nahida
mind
is.
and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it,
Just
and it's
scrub it
almost
off with some
impossible to
steel
keep it
wool,
a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Interesting. Makes sense.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Why is that?
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation.
Oh, it's because he's not powerful.
I'll be staying in the city
It
for a
was a
little
bird.
while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
I don't know, man. Inherently, I don't really trust cops. But he seems, you know, like he doesn't actually want to be a cop. So, hey, who knows, man. Wait. It's a doggy. He's got... Man. Tail set up like a boom mic, bruh. The entire everything set up like a boom mic. Why can't I pet dogs? I swear to God. Okay. Guess I'll just go... Ugh. This way. Who needs to take roads when you can fly? Where is this guy? Marcel. Oh, right here? Hello?
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see
Casagni?
Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Are you a puppet? You're not very emotive. Emotional?
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress.
Unless...
I just wanted to talk
Are
to you
you the
briefly about
murderer?
what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery?
I did.
I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive.
Thanks.
To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Hey, man. We're the talk of the town.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel,
Just theater,
you've also
like,
noticed that other thing,
Theater,
right?
but the size of
The
a
fact
country.
that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea.
Oh, Nor.
If not for the vigilance of my partner,
Wait.
I probably wouldn't even be here
Wait,
talking
this
to you right
guy's
now.
like a merchant.
Oh, you're giving
He's
us
rich.
too much credit.
He's rich and
Wasn't
powerful.
it you who protected us?
Ooh,
Alas,
you're
it seems
suspect
things are
number
heating
1,
up
bro.
again.
And then the cop
The
is number
peace
2.
that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a
Poisson?
safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
Sus, bro. Sus.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests.
You're the only one that's
Then I
not
heard
giving
the
us
sound of a
information.
gunshot, and the rest was history.
You're being vague.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora.
Yeah. I need more
All my wealth
you in
comes from
jail.
Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
I don't know. Though his recollection is foggy, he's willing to defend Navia. I don't know. Why are we in the corner? Oh, we're not. We're here? Where the fuck is it? Hello? Oh, up?
Squall and Fury!
Nice.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
You're naive. I think it's the last guy.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years.
Skill issue.
Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start?
Jacques' motive?
Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his
Yeah.
family's lives would have been forfeit.
That's what I thought.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Yeah. Well, if I was Jacques, I wouldn't have fired the shot at all. I would just kill my boss.
Oh? And why is that?
Yeah, could he guarantee his family's safety after killing Callus? No. He's fucking dumb as fuck.
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission,
we don't know how
he'd
smart
be
he
of no
was.
more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father.
Yeah, seems like the third person is the one who derailed shit.
Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Marcel. Because he's rich as fuck.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together
Yeah,
on a
but
large number
I don't
of projects.
trust rich people.
Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques.
And you
And with
look
funds
rich,
from
but
the
you're not
Confrérie,
really rich.
He could also afford
So
a
you're
large
fine.
number of Gardamex. Still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
He's gotta save face, man. Well, okay, I guess I gotta choose other people. The cop then, Thierry.
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah, had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Yeah, maybe it was someone else. I don't think it's Florent, bro.
Florent?
Laurent, sorry.
It
I'm
is
not
true that
French.
he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Yeah.
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I
But
don't
look
think he would be able
who
to dispatch a
does.
whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
It's fucking Marcel. This bitch.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Yeah, he won't tell us
Could we
shit.
be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight.
But what if
Even
it's
if I
Silver?
don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Yeah, he is someone who's very close.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yo, we gotta beat him up at the production base.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now.
That was my option A, bruh.
We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Oh, please.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Yo, Thierry.
Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Oh my god.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Good. Fuck him.
What? Is that someone you know?
Yeah, he's a little fuckboy from
we know him.
Shiznaya.
Maybe even a little too well.
I've got his vision right here.
He's been accused of being the true culprit behind the Cereal Disappearances case.
It's probably not him,
It's
but
absurd,
you know,
don't you
I don't
think?
see anything.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's
just
what
don't
I
like
thought was
him.
strange about it, so
Which is
I came
fair.
to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Sorry,
Right.
I didn't see it.
Because they'll think
I
they've
ain't see
already
it.
found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do?
I can't
We
believe
still
I
haven't
have
found
to bail
any
this
conclusive
bitch out.
evidence.
Oh my god, bruh. Let's split up.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean?
Yeah, okay. At least Navi is gonna be dealing with Child. You can go to Irenaeus, And I'll go, fuck up the production place.
Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the Cereal Disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit.
Political
I won't
word.
have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence.
Gaslight,
It'll be
gatekeep,
up
girl
to you
boss.
to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Oh, I'm the gumshoe of this case. I see. Leave it to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to
you're back.
accompany you.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See ya. Suspect analysis. There's only one person, Marcel. Fuck that guy. Rich people suck. Time to go beat up some drug
Now that Nadia has
makers.
set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Silly. Oh. Huh?
Take it easy.
I'm doing it.
Take it easy.
Wait. Over here. Huh? Oh my god. Okay, no. Oh.
Take it and have fun.
Okay. Oh, is this like a multi-step process? Yeah. Hmm? Huh?
The wind rises.
Huh? Oh. Huh?
Too slow.
Come on, man. Wait, where'd it go? Am I blind? Oh, I'm blind. Wait, go. Bruh. Let me just do this. Let's go. Bruh, I hate it. Oi, respawn. Let's go. Fuck. How the fuck, bruh? This is hard as hell. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah, fuck. This is so hard. And I can't cheese it with Wanderer, bruh.
Behold!
Or maybe? Huh? God damn it. You bitch. Come on.
Squall Fury!
Come on, go, go, go. Quick, quick, quick. Hurry up. I can cheese it with Wanderer. Wait, what was the point of this? What was the point of this? Oh my god. There's a random orange here. I love when there's no reason for me to do anything. This stupid what? Huh? Ah, shit. Oh my god, this is supposed to be the other tracks. I'm so dumb. Wait, go, 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 go. No, you fuck.
Quit following me.
Go.
Quit following me.
Go. No, you fuck. Do I really have to accompany these bitches the entire way? Kill me. Ugh. No, you fucker. Get back over here, coward. Fuck you. I hate this shit. You bitch. How the fuck?
Too slow.
Oh my god.
Quit following me.
What do you mean? Stop disappearing. You suck so bad. Oh, fucking finally.
Take it and have fun.
Holy shit. This is the worst Sealy. I hate you. I know the Sealies are already dead, but it should die again. Oh my god. Man, there's more, bro.
Quit following me.
Alright, Layla, do your thing.
We'll see about that. Too late for regrets. Have fun with this gift.
Wretched vermin!
I can take damage.
Unnecessary.
Marcotte red. Come on. This better be the last one. Thank God.
Take it and have fun.
And there were a bunch of hydro crystal flies in there. What the fuck? Hold on. Chest. Get. I marked down my luxuriouses. So I'll mark that down for later. You're the fishing associate. Over here. Some bird died here. Entrance to the headquarters.
According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater.
Crazy.
Let's go and try to find the entrance.
How do they commute there? Like, it can't be fully automatic, right? Ah, there it is. Hold on, let me heal up. I said let me heal up. Oh my god.
Finally found it. Huh. So
I like
this
how
is the
Paimon
entrance that
resonates
leads
as
to the
if
synth production
we're
base.
in an open space and not
Sure doesn't
entirely
seem
underwater.
out of the ordinary at all.
I'm sure what we'll find inside will be extraordinary.
Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
She's gerrymandering her way through 7 hours of court trial.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
Hello, Monsieur Nivelle.
Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the Cereal Disappearances case?
Yeah, kill him.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
We just kill people
However,
like that in
I
Snezhnaya.
did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In
Yeah,
which
fight
case,
me.
as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
You're weird.
When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
I mean, yeah.
Then why don't
it's
you
her
duel me
fucking
too?
country.
I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No.
I'm a
That's not
support
what I
unit.
meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that
Lady
case,
Farina,
let me
may
explain
I
everything
just
from the
kill
very
this
beginning
one?
again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the Cereal Disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
This bitch, it's
I
getting
told you
old.
it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings.
I mean, it might be one
I
of the
only
Fatui
tolerated
harbingers.
your behavior last
Let's
time
be real.
because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for
There
your
it is.
interjections.
Oh, please.
Objection.
Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the Cereal Disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer.
I hate him.
So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Don't let him near people.
Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Oh yeah. Marcel. He's sus.
Marcel!
I guess I'm just
the
playing.
head of Confrérie of Cabriere!
Just playing Navia now.
Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I don't associate with
I've
poor
heard
people.
of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me
That
remind
one
you,
reads
Miss Navia,
fanfics,
that
holy
charging
shit.
someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
And you know, the Hydra
Yes,
Archon doesn't have
I
to
do.
be
In
subject
that case,
to
I
the
declare the
false
charge to be
accusation
valid.
thing because
Miss
she's
Navia
got
and
fuck
attorneys,
it.
please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Kill him. Navia, how could you do this?
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
I'm rich and
Apologies.
arrogant.
It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on.
I'm old.
I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very
Fool.
well.
You should
In
have
that
hired
case, since both
Phoenix
sides have now
Wright.
arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating
Oh, I
what
remember
really
that one.
happened in that
I
case
killed him.
can we connect
Well,
all the
Clorand
dots
killed
for
him.
the Cereal Disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father?
Yeah.
Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor,
Suspicious
and remember
laugh.
both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect,
You didn't
wouldn't
say
that make
that.
everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
Did you even exist?
I must refresh everyone's memory about that case
Weren't you, like,
before I
5?
can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Maison Gardiennage. Oh, Nor.
On the day of the
Roulette
murder,
versus
Spina di
Navia,
Rosula
fuck.
hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere.
Cabriere.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel.
Well, he was gonna die anyway, so. Also, your dad's got an eye patch. That's kind of sick.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clorand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
Known facts that are maybe facts, maybe not.
The one with the motive to
Whoa.
kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water. erasing
Wait, what?
all traces of him from the scene.
I thought the third person was the true culprit.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor.
What?
Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Navia's turn. Owned by the Confrérie de Cabrières. Callus, who had a motive to kill. Is that really true? Callus did not bring a gun with him. Possible existence of a third person. First shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. I don't think we have anything to refute that right now. And that has nothing to refute. 2 gunshots, motive to kill. Callus didn't carry a gun with him. Yeah, this one. He didn't carry a gun on him when he went out, which means that he didn't have the intention to kill anyone. What do you mean?
Right. Let me think for a little while longer.
That was flawless logic. You cannot tell me that didn't make any sense. Oh my god. There we go.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection.
I mean, we don't know that for sure.
Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Okay. Okay, wow. What? Wait, what does this say? Callus did not bring a gun with him. No, okay, what? Clothing of an unknown person. Is it the clothing thing? Wait, what? Oh, here we go. There we go.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Okay. So, Jacques' request. Oh, I see. Estate owned by the Confrérie de Cabrières. Dissolve people from Fontaine. Second must have taken Jacques' life. I don't think there's anything to... Yeah, no, that's true. Jacques made a request saying, oh, Jacques' kind of cute. Okay. Third person barged in, killed Jacques. They were gonna kill Callus, but then Callus seized the gun and shot him. This one is the seawater. Yeah.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself.
I don't know
but now,
why.
it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
This shit's cute. Whoever came up with the trials in Fontaine must have been like a Danganronpa fan. Ah yes, this is totally not circumstantial evidence that we made up on the spot. It's like literally all testimony. We don't have any solid evidence.
Wait,
You're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
Yeah, people are
What a
drinking
great
it
theory.
for fun.
It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But she didn't say anything
But I think I
about
agree
me.
with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
Nope.
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo!
Boo.
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
Can we shut the
I may
fucking
not have the
audience
evidence with
up?
me, but I know
Holy
where I
shit.
could go to collect it.
Only I'm
if we
allowed
look up the deserted
to make
clothes
comments
against
on
a
this
record
shit.
of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the Cereal Disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me.
I love this Ace
Monsieur
Attorney
Neuvillette,
ass track.
I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
That makes sense to me.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Oh.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Yeah, probably.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
Yeah, probably.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him.
Me.
The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the Cereal Disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however,
Who needs guarantees?
was that it would paint a gigantic target
I need
on my back.
guarantees, Sino, please.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the Cereal Disappearances case.
Oof.
What?
That's crazy.
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can
People
a hollow
dead.
verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
She's really
So,
dunking on this
you mean
opera
to
house.
say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
Yeah, no shit.
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
He was
Of course.
dying.
All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
Oh shit.
I don't need your apology.
She's like,
your guilt,
Clarand,
or
you're
your
hiding
support
stuff
from the
from
shadows.
me.
You don't have to do
Girl.
anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Feels bad.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur.
Is she like
However, Miss
another
Navia, you still have not explained the link
her?
between your father's case and the Cereal Disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the Cereal Disappearances case?
Of
I
course,
wasn't
Your
paying
Honor.
attention.
The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
In the room.
The culprit could only
And
time their
Marcel was
actions
in
so
the room.
precisely if they were already at the scene.
He shot him with a water gun.
Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Ooh.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an
People
impulsive
think
and
I'm
sentimental
sus
child,
just 'cause
Navia.
I'm rich.
It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute
You
your points
can't
one
anyway,
by one,
you're an old
but even if
man.
everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
I don't know what she can say to that.
Oh, no.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter?
Do you, though?
But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
Ew.
Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose
What,
you're gonna
bitch?
tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some
Poisson?
trade. My business
Oh,
only
he's from
thrived when I received
Snezhnaya.
Callus's patronage.
That means he's a
But
bad
the
guy.
disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
Shit.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances?
Good.
You can also take a look at my border entry records.
They have to be.
Or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
No. Because we
Seems like
know
she
that
got the
you're
wrong
sus.
guy.
Because you're from
At this rate,
Russia.
Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's
fucking
feelings
put a
as he neared
silent
the end
box
of his
around
life.
the audience.
But aren't
They
you
suck.
going against all of his wishes and expectations right now?
No.
He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings.
I mean, he didn't
Once
kidnap
you've learned
him,
to be
he
more
dissolved
considerate of
them.
others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the
Yeah,
truth.
gamer girl
While
bathwater.
that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved
Not
ones
the
to the serial
drugs.
disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Vacher?
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Sure, dude.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, a little earlier. We're killing things with brute force. Oh, I'm in here. Where am I going? Up? Bruh. Imagine the commute having to work here. Must feel bad. The fuck is this? Oh. The party setup. I'm fine. Yep.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
My guiding stars, don't be scared. Dare to mess with me.
The wind rises.
Fuck is this? Water.
Whoa!
Oh,
The floor is
elevator.
going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
And domains are some of the nicest designed places in the game, and you can't even take pictures in them. Such bullshit. Oh, fuck you! You bitch. Oh, jeez. Demos.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way.
I see a
Let's take a
way.
look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Damn it. Oh. Hello, crab. A bajou. Where are we going? Oh. Hello? Oh. The massive drain. Had to have one somewhere. Oh no, it's adding water. Okay.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
Yeah, Paimon. I can see
This is
with
still a
my
ways away
eyes.
from where we need to go.
It's fine. It's enough. Just needs to get me to the next part.
Quit following me.
Up, and up.
The night is cold.
The wind rises.
Oh.
Game's up. Party's over. Quietly now.
Not now. Cold. Mine's with the map.
Cry louder.
Give me that. What else we got in here? Boop. More water.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
How do they navigate this place normally? Like, there's gotta be someone making the drugs, right? Like, it can't be fully, like, autonomous. So, like, do they hire, like, fish to make the drugs for them? Like, what's happening here?
Too slow.
Chest. concur. Not water. Just door. Hold on. As a worker, you need to solve a puzzle. Yeah.
Squall and Fury.
It's just necessary if you want to work here. I hope they get paid enough.
Gears of the storm.
Or, you know,
The wind rises.
they're making drugs that fuck people's lives up.
Know your place.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
The night is cold.
Behold. Gah!
You get paid with the feeling of having a good IQ. No thanks. I'd like to get paid money. I would rather feel like a dumbass and get paid with real money than be some elitist that doesn't get
The
paid.
innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here.
Well, he's being charged.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
Yeah. Oh, let me out. Is this a clue?
What's all this?
I don't need it.
It's
Sorry.
a bunch of really cute things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Oh, there's a name too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
Oh, gross. Nasty. He's a collector.
Huh? You mean the girls from the Cereal Disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
Nor. This is their final stop. Nah, it's not the water. This is their stuff. They already drank all the water. Books.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes.
I don't know if that's true.
Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
I mean, they dissolved all of them with, like, salty primordial seawater, so I'd wager to think that they're all salty.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
Yo.
This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Why even bother sending Jacques then? Like, just send the other person.
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely.
Kill him.
I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
How are we gonna take these papers out of here without them getting fucking drenched?
They're all just so evil.
Okay. Just get a bag. I don't think they have Ziplocs here.
And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
Yeah, gross.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth?
Ah, yes. Fruit-flavored vapes.
Yep, it's super obvious.
That's just blue dye.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea.
Oh yeah, we do have a camera.
And use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough.
Yeah, but then they're gonna say like,
oh,
these are photoshopped.
Managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
Paimon, we saw someone dissolve IRL. Don't get scared just reading about it.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before. How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
Well, Paimon, maybe they're a horror writer. Okay, so the goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vignier, who was dissolved. Oh, that's probably the Vache, the Oceanid, who was calling for Vache.
So that's why he did all of these experiments.
He's trying to rescue his gamer girl from the bath water.
Dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
Vache.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the Cereal Disappearances case.
No, he's the researcher, Paimon. Have you not been able to put one and one together?
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Yo, the voice I heard's probably fucking Vignier.
So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
Because he's trying to get his girlfriend back. Paimon, what are you not... Huh? What are you not understanding here?
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Okay, no, Paimon's writing this shit down. Where are you writing it? In this fucking book? How are we keeping this book dry? Oh. Ew. Ugh. Gross.
Oh, look! There's an important looking basin over here, and it's full of water!
It's full of people.
That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is the main ingredient! If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human!
If they're from Fontaine.
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
I mean, we're not from Fontaine. We can just bottle some.
And it seems like our theories were spot on. But...
Yeah, who is Vache?
Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything.
Nervalette.
Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Well, let's look again.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Yeah, fuck him. Kill him. Okay, where? Which where? I already looked everywhere. Everywhere with a sparkly. Is there more? Bookshelf. Huh? Maybe I gotta look at the books again. Or this shit again. No, nothing else here. Nothing about his true identity. What about the bookshelf? Nope. Fuck. What about this shit? Boom.
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure. Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Paimon, this is an underground lair. I found it.
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name?
Yeah.
Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Oh, she made a list of baby names? Which means that they had a kid? What the fuck does that say? I can't read French. Fuck!
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was Marcel.
Oh, shit.
Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
Damn, that's crazy. Well, I figured it out. Let's go.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
Well, skill issue, Paimon. And I'm sure Marcel isn't a common name in Fontaine, even though Marcel is a very much French name.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
His daddy.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Why were you waiting for him to say that?
I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
How would you know?
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
As
It's all right,
many
Monsieur
times as it's
Neuvillette.
allowed.
Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Yeah. Everyone, take a look at this! True identity of Vache. It's ya daddy, bitch.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Wait, what?
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you.
Oh, he just renamed
Marcel
himself.
as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
My bad. I didn't figure it out either. I'm on Paimon level.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you.
Just get over her, bitch.
You never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
I killed
Mr. Marcel,
dozens
please speak
of
up now
women
if you would like to defend yourself.
to bring back my gamer
Otherwise,
girl
the trial
girlfriend.
will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Yeah.
Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
Wait, hold on. God damn it. Well, I've already abandoned the bit. I was just gonna pull up the... I should prepare. I should prepare that as a PNG. The get over it logo from that one Project Sakai event. It's really funny.
No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me.
Maison Gardiennage?
They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves
Well, your girlfriend's
to blame.
in the fountain.
You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
Dude, why not just
Vignere is
dissolve
dead.
yourself?
We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow.
Soundboard for
But
what?
I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved.
Oh.
No matter what I
Oh,
do.
yeah, because he's from Snezhnaya. My bad. Damn, he's drinking it.
Is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
It's a PNG, dude.
And
Not
in
a
the
sound.
end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignere. A promise. We made a promise. Vignere. Vignere. Please, Vignere. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
Chill out, bro.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling
Can we
pretty
still
good.
put him in jail?
Traveler, please
I don't
submit
like
all
him.
the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the Cereal Disappearances
Yeah,
case.
it's a lot, dude.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
How, bro?
Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began
There we
to
go.
operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet.
And you fucked
Although
up.
the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene.
Rip
And just
assassin.
recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the Cereal Disappearances case, using a similar method.
I thought you were
his
supposed to
attempt
be in the
frame Linny
audience
failed,
with Navia,
and
bro.
the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court.
Yeah, get fucked.
Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the Cereal Disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
This is weak-ass applause. Where's my standing ovation?
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
Star rail pull. You pulled a guilty verdict. Oh, that's how that works?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice
Mécanique
Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal,
yeah!
Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Yeah, get fucked,
Guards,
idiot.
take Vacher away.
Kill him! Dissolve
Good.
him in
It's what he
hydrochloric
deserves.
acid.
With that, the Cereal Disappearances case is over now.
Hey, we don't know that.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Navia, you good, girl?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
She's like, what do I do
Day
now?
our late boss
I
had
kind of
always
dedicated
hoped
my
for
life
has
to
finally
vengeance.
come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
Kinda gay, Navia.
See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well, now, hasn't this been a most delicious
Can
piece
you
of
shut
drama?
up? Get out of here.
The villain has been caught.
Go to jail.
Justice has been served. Past wrongs have been righted. And it's a big ol' happy ending.
Go to jail.
Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide.
God, bruh.
Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Just die,
Please
bro.
wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please
You're not even a
respect the
side
laws of
character.
Fontaine.
You've been in like
This
how
has
many
always been the
regions
rule.
already?
All
Die.
right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
I hope the Oratrice
Through
Mécanique
evidence
d'Analyse
presented in the public trial
Cardinal
that was
finds
just
you
held,
guilty, bitch.
it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the Cereal Disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges.
However,
We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique
Mécanique
d'Analyse
d'Analyse
Cardinal
Cardinal.
to render the final verdict on the charges.
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. Guilty
According
of being
to
an
the judgment
asshole.
of the Oratrice Mécanique
Guilty
d'Analyse
of-
Cardinal,
Oratrice
Mr.
Mécanique
Tartaglia
d'Analyse
is
Cardinal.
guilty.
Guilty of being a fuckboy.
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent?
Well, you're guilty of literally trying
What's
to
with this
genocide an
verdict?
entire region.
Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
It's called
I mean,
jury
have you ever
overruled,
heard of
bro.
an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
True!
Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
True!
Weren't the charges about the Cereal Disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Who gives a shit? Send him to jail.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse
D'Analyse Cardinal.
Cardinal is by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
Yeah, kill him.
Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
Just take the L, bitch.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Yeah, kill him. Man, why does Child get to be in so many animated cutscenes, bro? When he sucks. She's like, oh no, my citizens. Oh my god, he's going Power Ranger.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Oh, get fucked. Kill him! Yeah!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth.
Fucking
the rules
destroyed!
of the court must be upheld.
Yeah, kill him! Oh shit.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on?
Oh, now you say
Shouldn't
Monsieur.
they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court.
Yeah, you gotta
All I
listen
do
to
is
the
follow court
Oratrice
procedure.
mécanique d'analyse
As for why
cardinale.
the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Is she though? I don't know if the Archon's more knowledgeable than you, bro.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
I thought you liked being stared at. Isn't that what theater kids do?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
No.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
Yeah, fuck them.
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really
See, she's a
believe
scammer,
that the
but
judgment
like,
could be
I didn't
mistaken
see anything.
Or be the result
I
of
saw
some
nothing.
Sort of random mishap?
All I saw was a guy that
Don't tell
attempted
me
mass
you
genocide
thought
go to
even
jail.
I had been blindsided
You know,
by the Oratrice's
as
result.
deserved.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And
Stirring up drama is
of course,
Fontaine's name.
For every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept
Hey, man.
of justice,
Theater
the
kids
Oratrice shall
are born
never
full of
render
shit.
an arbitrary judgment. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the Cereal Disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and
True.
completely unforgivable.
True, actually.
All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that. Although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
Yeah, she cast heroism and it just ended.
Put much stock into what she just said?
Yeah, she bullshits. That's what theater kids do.
She probably just put on that performance to save face.
Yeah.
As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Yeah.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Alright.
Why would she go to law school when all of their court trials are literally
After
just
all,
drama?
He's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should
They
have known
thrive
he'd go to
on
prison
making a
someday,
show.
right?
They're I don't know if you know this, Dream, but like their entire city, their entire city is literally fueled by courtroom drama. Like, this is not a joke. Like, this is established lore. It has to be dramatic as fuck. So actually being a theater kid is just her powering her own city.
Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette!
Monsieur?
That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
He's a dragon.
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Man. I wish our judges were buff as fuck. Our judges are just old guys. Do normal Shakespeare? Nah. Shakespeare is old.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Stop who?
Traveler!
Oh shit, Marcel.
Hey, Traveler!
Hey, bitch. The fuck?
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
How do you get out of the cops' grab?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Is it about...
Go on.
Vignette, or whatever the fuck her name was?
Thank you.
She's in the fountain,
I was being
dude.
led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher?
From your girlfriend.
I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Yeah, I met her. She's in the fountain. She's like an Oceanid now.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
Something about my sensitivity to the hydro element, even though I've had Geo equipped this entire time.
The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never...
Damn, imagine being constricted to a fucking fountain.
Please give me a
your
chance to
entire
talk
life.
to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
They shouldn't.
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
Kill him.
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Okay.
Humans.
Then die.
Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Oh my god, he's not human? That's crazy.
Very well.
Oh
I will
my
grant
god.
your request.
I could have never
Your
guessed.
Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Your most capable hydro beam.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me out! Uh, I wish I could just ignore real life and just play Genshin and stream all day, honestly. It would be super nice.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
It's not work. I have to go take a test tomorrow. Well, I drank your stupid water, and you drank your water, so it should be fine.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Oceanid?
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache!
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Is he gonna drown himself in the fucking fountain? That's crazy. There's people around. Nouvelette, are you gonna let him just do this?
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
I don't know. Long time?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left.
Not as much as the
all this time,
women that I killed,
only the thought of bringing
that
you
I
back
dissolved.
has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming.
Matters.
Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
She's like, that's cringe.
But
Just die
Vache,
then.
If you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
Oh, she really did say it. Holy shit.
What are you saying?
If not for you,
oh my
I would
god.
have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
Oh shit.
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself.
Oh shit, she really did
If not
just
for
say,
you,
kill yourself.
I would at least have been able to take care of
oh
my
my
mother.
god.
And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Oof.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right.
Oh,
I am
shit.
not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea.
Damn.
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Damn.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
What simp? What are you talking
She doesn't
about?
want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
But I only killed a bunch of women
You
for
are a
her.
liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist.
Bitch.
The only thing you are not is Vigniere's beloved.
She fucking hates you.
From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vigniere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
Oof. Yikes. Looks like I didn't meet Vignier back then either. Must have wanted me to lure Marcel here from the beginning. You know what? I'm fine with that.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please. Have
That
mercy.
is her, bro.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vigniere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore.
Your bitch ass.
But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Oops.
Vache. Vache? Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
Oh, fuck. And he did kill himself. He appears to have lost his soul. Whoop. No, he can't turn into water because he's not from Fontaine. He's from Snezhnaya. Which means that he's bad, you know? He'd probably, you know, he's just ice. He can't turn into water. Probably shitty ice, too.
Finally, we
Nuvalet's
have
fucking
some time
crying
to do
again.
shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
No, shopping's fucking stressful. I hate shopping.
Ah, well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Yo.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
I don't know.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen.
Poisson?
Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father.
Oof.
We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
Hell yeah,
It's
bitch.
been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Well, and everything worked out. The end.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh?
Capitalizing on the
Charlotte
death of
too?
others.
The Charlotte?
Like,
Journalist from the
classic
Steamboat?
reporter.
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no
Ayo.
for an answer. I
Ayo.
believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be
That's
fair,
some
though,
Kingdom Hearts
it was a
like,
really
naming.
flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the Cereal Disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
Oh, wow.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf.
Wow.
It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
sure you'll do more than
thought Clarand
reconcile in the
wasn't
future.
actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Clarand.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
I feel like I shouldn't intrude because this is kind of a personal family matter, but I guess I'm coming to.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Never met him.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
Then in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Poisson.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
I mean, this story segment's almost over, so that's fine.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be... Isn't that Neuvillette? Why would the
Monsieur
Chief
Neuvillette?
Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies.
She's constantly
I should have
dressed
asked
like she's
before
mourning.
coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
Well, I guess there's white
I was
on it.
trying to say there's no need for you to apologize.
Most of it looks like she's mourning.
I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
For now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case, why did you come
Is he
to
like
Poisson?
openly not human, or what?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself.
Nope.
Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives.
You should see drug
Which is
addicts,
also
man.
why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the Cereal Disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him.
But he
And in
left
the
the
end,
synth factory,
from a
you
certain
know,
perspective,
up and running,
One
I
could
guess.
say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I
So
just
is
wanted
he,
to
like,
say my
crying
apologies to Mr.
actively right
Callis in
now?
person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days.
His
That
eyes look
high
kind
and
of
mighty
puffy.
chair in the opera Epicles indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver. One of my guys.
One of my guys.
Sorry about that.
My guys.
Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Not exactly human.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Yeah.
Paimon's
he
never
is.
paid respects at someone's grave before.
He's just looking.
Did Paimon do anything rude there?
He's trying to hold back the tears. That's why it stopped raining. Oh, you're not usually supposed to fly around someone's grave.
Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly.
Are those legs just not functional at all?
Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
Wow. She's so fucking dumb. She took it seriously.
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
We can chat a little. Well, hold on. I want to talk to Navia.
Paimon's really sorry, Navia, but Paimon did something pretty disrespectful just now.
What are you saying, Paimon?
What?
I don't think I get it.
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's grave?
Huh?
Huh?
Who told you that?
Someone.
Hey,
I don't
Traveler!
know.
Why did you mess with Paimon again?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never said anything, bruh.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
Yeah, about water from the primordial sea. It's gross.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea. But what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could
Were
say
you
it
born
nurtured
in that
much of a
special
life on
sea?
this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface.
Where is it
What
then?
Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really
Okay,
know
but how does the
everything, Monsieur
primordial
Neuvillette.
seawater taste to you?
If that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed, why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead. To be frank,
Bond
that
of
also
life.
doesn't match my
Oh.
understanding of this world and its
That's
laws.
why we have the
There
bond
must
of
still
life
be some
mechanic.
unknown secrets around
I
the people
see.
of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Yeah, everything else. About the prophecy that's circulating around?
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good.
Yeah, what's
Does that
sin?
appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
Yeah.
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true,
Doesn't
then perhaps
sound
this
like her,
prophecy is
honestly.
the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
He's not gonna even answer that. Wow. Yeah, about child. Fuck him, right?
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Linny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate.
So you work with
In any
this
case,
machine
I am
every
inclined
day
to
and you
believe that the
haven't
Oratrice
ever,
does have a methodology
looked
all its
into it?
own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the
He
law.
doesn't need it.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
He will
Is
get his
there
ass
anything else
kicked.
you'd like to ask me about?
Yeah, about my sibling. Do you know anything about him?
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler? I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
No, that's everything.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur
Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well.
All right, but
This
can you
is
hire
merely the
someone
nature
else?
of a justice's work.
All right, you've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
That literally stopped ages ago, Paimon. As light rain falls without reason.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the Court of Fontaine and have a rest? Navia said something about having a place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on, let's go!
Look at all of those quests, my god. Oh god. But that'll have to wait for another day. Thank y'all for watching. It's been it's been fun, all these Ace Attorney segments in this game. It's a it's a lot of story, but I think it's a lot more fun than the 6 hours of Zeru's Festival, you know? So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Signing off. Bye-bye.